Hello everyone, welcome back to Dragonfly Engineering. So we've got a new addition to the shop here, and this is the Haas UMC 750 SS, which I believe SS means super speed. And this is a used machine that I purchased from a local company here through a dealer. I think I got a pretty good deal, assuming that everything works on it. I did look at the machine operating at the facility before I purchased, and I looked at some of the parts that came off of the machine, so it looked pretty good to me. And I do have some footage of the rigging company that showed up with this mill, and we can take a look at that. All right, we're getting ready to receive the new, to me, Haas UMC 750 SS. So we got a big old spot here cleaned out for it. It's a big machine. It's basically 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot. Or 3 meters by 3 meters by 3 meters. And we moved some of the equipment out of the way to make this happen. We're going to rearrange the shop a bit. Got the old knee mill there. Interesting ways to move a mill by yourself. And then there's the rest of the shop. Someone's loading oxygen next door, so that's that sound you hear. There it is. It looks small from way down there. Yeah. Take the sheet metal off so I could fit it through the door. They got it on a lowrider. Tight corner. To get the door open more.
That's the part the door's gonna go?
No, it goes higher.
Yeah, we gotta go all the way out.
Otherwise you can break it off. You can stick it in the dumpster well.
Dumpster?
It's nice and flat. Well, don't put it in the dumpster, but put it next to the dumpster.
Good, good.
Now we're also going to move the EDM 3 feet over to give us some more room in the back of the shop. All packed in. The EDM machine is heavy.
Yeah.
There it is, it's moving.
Las patas salen de la máquina, no me pedo. Ok. No, no, para quítalo bien con el espacio.
Just moving this out of the way for the big mill to be placed right here, and then it's going to be pushed over against that wall. Alright, here we go, the big lift. That's not so bad. There it is. All right.
Bájale, Daniel. Está bien, ready. Good. Walk it, spin. You okay with that right there?
We're really packing it in here. I got to rearrange everything around this monstrosity. But yeah, so the machine is a 5-axis mill, so it's got a gimbaling stage, which basically results in your stock being able to spin 90 degrees and then all the way around. So you can machine the top of your stock and all 4 sides of your stock. Usually you put like a dovetail mount on the bottom of your stock, and I'm going to have to either make or purchase the work holding clamp that will hold the stock onto our gimbal stage, which we'll take a look at it. We'll walk around here in a second. And then the other addition, which happened shortly after I bought this mill used from a local dealer, is I found another KUKA robot, which I call medium orange. And this one I purchased on eBay. So I drove down to LA after I purchased it, borrowed a friend's trailer and picked it up and hung out with one of my friends down there as well for a little bit. So I'd like to introduce Medium Yellow to the staff of Dragonfly Engineering. And this robot, I'm planning on having it working with the Haas UMC 5-axis. And probably also I'm going to rotate I'm going to rotate this Herco 3-axis mill 90 degrees. And my plan is to have this robot, assuming everything works out, tend parts, so load parts into the vise of the UMC 5-axis mill. And then when that part is done, this robot will pull the part off of the work holding fixture and then load it into the Herco, which is right next to it, and do the backside operation, or vice versa. So basically this robot is going to be working with both of these mills. I probably do need to make a pedestal to bring this robot up a bit so that it can reach in to both mills correctly. And then there'll be like a safety cage in the front here so that no one gets smushed by it. So that'll be interesting, and I do have some footage of unloading this robot as well. All right, so we got a new addition to the shop, a new worker, and here is the new to me at least, KUKA 6-axis robot. This is a KUKA robot 16 kilogram load capacity, which is like 32 pounds or so. And yeah, so I went and bought this on eBay, and I drove down over the weekend and picked it up somewhere in Orange County of Southern California and brought it back up. And yeah, I borrowed my friend's trailer and it fit in there pretty good. So we'll see how it works. Okay, so as I mentioned, this thing showed up yesterday, and so the layout of the shop is a little different. The Haas TM1 mill, that mill there, used to sit right here. In fact, there's the old plug for it. And the saw and the bench that was basically in this area, and the surface grinder and all of that. Some of that I had to move, and I'm still trying to figure out where the manual mill is going to be. So this is kind of still a work in progress. So looking at the side of the mill, this is the tool changer, and it's still got grime from the previous owner. This is like in a high production kind of machining factory of sorts. So this machine, I believe, just ran the same part for its entire life, but then they downsized or whatever, so this came on the market and I purchased it. We've got the chip auger here. It's a conveying auger, and this is the coolant pan down here. If we look at the meat and potatoes of the machine, we got this massive door. You know, this thing's huge. It's basically like 10.5 or 11 feet by 11 feet by 11 feet, or over 3 meters cubed. So if we open up the door, which is like basically full height, and it's kind of heavy as well. I do plan on potentially having a robot operate this mill as well. But here is the trunnion itself, and when they prep this machine to ship, they just put all this foam brick in here to support the Z-axis or the spindle and everything. So this is like a bridge mill. So the X and the Y and the Z all happens from the top side with a kind of a bridge structure in the back. And this is a 12,000 RPM spindle. We've got high pressure coolant, as well as a programmable coolant head. That's what this thing is right here. So this will change its angle so you can spray at different tool heights. And then this is the front bearing for the trunnion, and then the back trunnion bearing. This is the B-axis. I may get these terms wrong because I'm new with 5-axis, but yeah. You see it's been used. You know, there's some paint chipped and stuff. But then this is the rotary table, and this thing will tilt. Over here, we've got the eye for the Renishaw probing system. And then that thing right there is the tool setter, which is on its own little casting and a post permanent in the mill. Over here we got the controller with our, I think this is called an MDI, or whatever this is called. The kind of the jog pendant here. I haven't powered this up or anything, so let's walk around the back. Okay, here we are in the back of the mill, and the steel frame right here, and then there's another one here that hinges down, is the support for all of this, for all the sheet metal that they took off for shipping, so that this mill would fit through the 10-foot high door. And it just barely fit. So yeah, this is a 10 by 10 foot door, and they just squeezed it in, so I'm glad to see that. But they did have to take a lot of the sheet metal off of the top and the back. For instance, I think this is a housing for a coolant filter or a fog filter, so that the shop doesn't smell like machining oil. But yeah, let's take a quick look in the back here. So down here is the back end of the trunnion stage, and you can see the coaxial cable leads in and a bunch of things that I'm sure I'll figure out. Those look like gas compensation force members or something. Oh, there's the stepper or servo motor for the trunnion. And then up here at the top is the bridge configuration of this mill. So this is the X-axis, these rails, and then the Y-axis are those rails. And then up here is the support for the Z-axis. You know, and then on the end of that cantilevered structure is the spindle assembly and motor itself. So pretty cool. Here's another one of the drive motors that looks like the X-axis drive motor. And then all of this, you know, this whole back area is basically, you know, this frame is going to hold all this sheet metal because this Y-axis actually backs up, you know, to the edge of this sheet metal. So you don't want to be standing here and get whacked in the head. And we got lubricants and everything else. I'm probably going to have a Haas like local service company come out and tram and set up this mill and you know, get it all dialed in, just because basically I don't really have time to do that, and I'd rather have a professional who does it day in and day out do that for me. You know, because you know, they specified you got to be on the right kind of concrete. I think this machine weighs, oh, I don't know, like 12,000 pounds. I have to check the plate to see. Well, actually, let's just check it right now. What do we got here? Do they give the weight? No, that's just power. Huh. I'm not sure how much it weighs. It could weigh like 20,000 pounds, actually. So, this is going to be the new addition to the shop, and it's going to be a lot of fun to dive into the 5-axis machining with probing. So, it should be pretty fun. I also purchased a seat of Mastercam 5-axis. So I'm going to upgrade from the original Visual Mill 3-axis toolpath program that I've been using for the last like 12 years now. So I figured it's time to actually upgrade software as well. So with the combination of the new to me UMC 750 SS 5-axis mill and the Herco 3-axis second op mill and this robot, plus the addition of a new seat of Mastercam 5-axis, I'm going to be going on a journey of modernizing the machining capabilities of Dragonfly to bring it up to, I guess, today's state of the art, hopefully. And I'll bring you guys along for the fun. There are a few things that need to happen with this mill, like I need to replace the tool change button, and I did get the part for that from the seller, and reassemble all the sheet metal onto the top and back of this mill, and then get it trammed up and everything. So it should be fun, and yeah, hope you guys follow my journey of upgrading machining capabilities at Dragonfly Engineering. Thanks for watching.